Well, it's in fact the fourth time that I'm attending, and I must say that the 15th edition of this forum is really setting the standards. I mean, already last year I was impressed, but I must say that both the content, the participants, and the presenters are really raising the level. And it's a real pleasure to be here to learn on the different aspects of the market as well, but also it's a fantastic opportunity to network, not only with the airlines, but also with the suppliers, the influencers, and the key actors of the air transport industry. Well, what we're doing, and it's what I've presented also this morning, and it's key because it drives cost and development cost time down, it's the digitalization. And the digitalization is already in place at Airbus. On the 350, we have the digital mock-up, for instance, that allows multiple teams to work on a digital 3D model. That's one aspect. The other more practical is on the assembly of the aircraft. And you saw this morning that some of our workers are now equipped with augmented reality glasses. So that allows them to reduce the time, so they don't have to walk in and out of the aircraft, but they can access the information directly in the glasses. And also it reduces mistake and it improves the precision. Those glasses allow a worker to position a monument down to the millimeter and access any information that he needs on the spot. So that's, for us, one of the major drivers that we have today, digitalization. Sorry, another aspect, of course, is what we call the additive technology, which is already flying on our test aircraft, which is a 3D printing, which allows the engineers to design a part exactly according to the stress that would be required, rather than having the constraints of the molding. So that increases the strength of the part and also tremendously reduces the weight. So less weight on the aircraft, that means better economics. At the end of the day, that's to the advantage of the airline and to the consumers. Well, innovation, it drives costs down. So you have innovation in development of the product cycles. So that means you can create new models, you can create upgrades of the existing model on a much shorter time. So that means that the technology that allows us to reduce the cost are available to them earlier. That's one aspect. And the other one is by reducing the weight of the aircraft by, as you saw this morning, testing, for example, the blade technology, so reducing the friction on the wing, therefore reducing the fuel burn. All this contribute to lighter aircraft, more efficient aircraft, and more fuel efficient aircraft. First, we're very happy to have S7 as our new first A320neo operator in Russia. They gave an extremely warm welcome to their aircraft in Domodedovo, and we were even more pleased to read that they're seeing up to 20% of fuel economy on some of on the longest routes. So that's for us, that's the best feedback that you can have from a customer.
Did they really confirm you that they have 90% fuel reduction?
No, they wrote 20%, up to 20% on the longest routes.
Sounds great.
It's a fantastic. I mean, as you know, we market it up to 16, but on some routes with certain operation, you can go beyond that. Yes, we are. We're discussing with various Russian operators. Unfortunately, as you know, those discussions are are confidential, so I cannot elaborate further. But I can tell you that Russia, with such a size of the country, the Neo would make a real difference because those are long routes. That's where you get the most fuel efficiency. That's where you get up to 20%. And as you know, Airbus has been flying in Russia for over 25 years. So the engineers, the pilots are all familiar with our aircraft. And the 320neo is an upgrade from the existing A320ceo. So that means the airline will not have to invest. It will be a seamless introduction to get, at the end of the day, a substantial reduction of fuel, substantial reduction of operating costs. What we do is we do the global market forecast, and we estimate that in the next 20 years, we'll get roughly 1,000, there will be a need to serve Russia for 1,000 aircraft. We don't really go into a breakup, but most of that demand will come from the single aisle. And as you know, the single aisle, that means the A320neo and the A321neo. Those are the major actors that you will see in Russia in the coming years.